She was already moved out. Had to come back. Okay. Va'era starts off with a kind of the Benshim has to Moshe Rabbeinu, that he taught them that he feared the world. Where do we see it? That I can't answer you. Because it says, Vayidav Hashem el Avram, Vayem Hashem el Avram, Vayidav Elokim el Avram, Noach, Shem, Cain. Don't say Shakai over there. So exactly what he means, I guess in the type of the Nevuah, when it came to the Ben Shlom, he came to him to kill Shakai. What does kill Shakai means? Kill Shakai means that the world's gold grows until the Benishim said die. That's what it is, Shaddai, Shaddai. It's enough. Now how big is the world? I have no idea. The universe, according to science, moves thousands of miles a day. Now, where's it moving? So obviously there's plenty of room out there. So what do you mean there's plenty of room? That's called the Rebbeinu Shalom. That's called the universe, or whatever it means. I have no idea. I can't touch it up. I have no idea. You have a phone? I'm making anything go. I'm thinking about the people have phone. How many stars are there? Ask her. How much?
No, 200. He said, I don't know.
200 billion trillion.
But more, I think it's 27 zeros. I think if there's 27 zeros, 6 zeros a million, 9 is a trillion, 12 is a, what do you call it, is a kabillion, 15 is, I said, they have no name for them, for how many stars there are. Where do you see so many stars? Right? Okay. So obviously the belt is big, what can I tell you? I know what it means. So the world could have kept going. Then she said, Yoilam. How far? We saw it before. Anyone, I can't say everyone here saw it before, but the ones that were around when communism fell. Okay, so let me describe the time. Okay, remember when it was already. Khrushchev, in the time of Kennedy, he was the prime minister of Russia. He tried to arm Cuba at that time. Kennedy made a big tumult, and they got rid of the missiles that were in Cuba. And the thing dachten, and Khrushchev threatened at that time, says, our grandchildren will get rid of your grandchildren. So Khrushchev's cholim had given that communism is forever, right? Or at least as long as the United States lasts, right? And what happened? All of a sudden Gorbachev became prime minister, which I think he was right after him. I'm not thinking he's right after Khrushchev. Or maybe there's a guy in between, I don't remember who it was. He was there. He was born after the revolution, which made a big difference. That the same thing happened as in Eretz Yisrael. The guys that were there after the state, you don't have any more. There's over Mesilas Nefesh, or after, what do you call it? So therefore now the politics of Eretz Yisrael from left to right changed then. I mean, there's over there. So he also, so what happened, he was in Maine, and in Maine he went into a supermarket, and he saw that in the supermarket in Maine he got more choices for things to buy than he has in the biggest store in Moscow. And he says, if we claim we're the biggest economic system in the world, it can't be like this. So he had a kasha. When he came back, he wanted to make something free thing there. So there was a revolution from the Politburo against him. to get rid of him. At that time, Yeltsin was the prime minister, was the mayor of Moscow, Yeltsin. So they came, they marched on Moscow, the tanks, the army, they followed the Politburo. So it did that. So he came out and he said, you're going to have to go over me to get in. And all of a sudden, all the soldiers jumped out, and they picked him up as the hero, and ended the revolution, and communism is over. Geherafein. That's how it happened. Died. I said 70 years, that's it, no more. It's going to be not a day longer. That's the pshat in the Venetian Geherafein. So then technically in everything that happened in the Golus and whatever is going, I promised them it's Geherafein. I promised them getting Eretz Yisrael. Like this in this time, 400 years to the day, you're getting Eretz Yisrael. 400 years, whatever he promised them. And I didn't have to tell them Shmi Hashem. Whatever Shmi Hashem is, I guess that's a stronger name than die. It's not just, but I let things happen to them. I get rid of things also. That's Hashem Hashem. And that's what he told. So therefore, they trusted me on that alone. So that was the Musa. And the thing is, and I'm going to take care of them. And now I give 4 Lashonos of Gula, right? Every little kid learned this in kindergarten. Now anyway, not I didn't learn in kindergarten. But every little kid now learns in kindergarten 4 Lashonos of Gula. That's why you have to drink 4 cases of yayin. And if I had 10 Lashonos of Gula, I'd have to drink 10 Lashonos. I have to drink 10 glasses of wine. You get chicken enough with the 4. I have to worry about 10. Right? That can't be the pshat. So we'll see the psukim in a second. But there are 4 steps in Gula. The Yidden worked Avodas Perach. The first one is Avodas Perach. The second one is Avodah. You're not an Eved anymore. The third, you're a second-class citizen, but you're a citizen. And the fourth one is we accommodate you as making you a Sabbath observer. And now you can think it. Okay, so let's see the pasuk. That's Avodas Perach. And you won't be an Eved anymore. I'm going to make you an equal citizen. And I make you my nation, therefore they'll accommodate you. And if I had a country also, then they would accommodate you faster. And I think the reason that the Yamukis came into the hospitals and lawyers and in front of the Supreme Court and all of these things were after the Punjabs came. I remember what years they came. They came in the 60s, 70s, 80s, around there. And that's when they had to leave them. That's because they come from a special country. They wear their turban all the time. They don't take it off, so they don't take it off. Now, Ad Hayom, you cannot cover your hair in the Congress. That's also. And even the Arab, Tahib, can't wear her tichel. She has to wear a tichel, but she can't wear it in the Congress. And they wanted to pass a law. I don't know if they did or they didn't. I don't think she does. They wanted to pass a law to make an exception for her, but if they made exceptions for her, they probably would have put Mamata Yarmulke too if there was anybody that wanted to wear Yarmulke in the Congress. But basically, that building, that room is still also to cover your hair. This is a Christian country. The guy said it the other day on what do you call it, news, that this is the largest Christian country in the world. Right? That's what it is. It's a Christian country. It's not a Yiddish country. You're here by there, so they can throw you out tomorrow. Okay. My thing, I lived through it, so I know what it is. In 1950, I was thrown out of the Capitol for Wingy Yarmulke. Okay, you know, the Capitol, a big building where everything takes place. I was thrown out of it. I was there with Senator was there, my cousin's brother, and he was a Rav in Washington, and we went to the what do you call it, to the Capitol, and we started off, we saw Quincy Adams's place, we saw the acoustics and the oligarch, and I was able to listen in on his enemies, and got his Sachen there, and then we go to the Senate side, and he passed the steps where the cop stands, and the cop's standing over there, and he says, "Get that hat off your head." I'm not wearing a hat, so it's not again to me, he wasn't talking to me. "Get that beanie off your head." And I think, so Shefashtana, that means me. And the thing goes, I tell him it's part of my religion, and stuff like that. He says, "Get out of this building." And we left. And wasn't going to. So you want to be, you're free, you're a citizen. I'm a citizen. I was born here. I'm a citizen. I'm even according to the new birthright, I'm still a citizen. And they were accepted as residents, my parents. So I was born after that. So therefore I'm a citizen. I'm a born citizen. Okay. So even that, but only as a guy. You couldn't. Those years, you want to get a job in the federal government. The tests are given on Shabbos. You want to take a test, Shabbos. You can take a test. You can be a Fayid. Right? If you want to be a Fumiyid, no job for you. And the thing there about when the Punjab started the Kalvi, in about 1980, around there, became the Indian that a Sabbath observer can now ask for the right to take the test on a different day. So we have that right now. They have to figure out new ways of getting rid of us. But the Maisa, that's by law, we can now ask for that in the same day. But that's the laws that were given to us. That's the four Madreigas. So the question is, we have to go to more things to understand the next, the Makis period over there. The Gemara in the Rosh Hashanah says we became free on Rosh Hashanah. Free on Rosh Hashanah. So how come we still get Makis 6.5 months later? Right? We work out Makis Bechelis took place 6.5 months later. Right? Why is it happening? Because they're not letting us out. What do you mean letting us out? Just walk out. You can try it. Right? Maybe it will work. I can't even see it. About they're not letting you out. The Russians don't let you out either. Why don't you leave? You can't leave. You can't leave. You try. You get on a plane. You can't get on a plane. You want to get by the crossings. You can't get through the crossings. That was the problem. Not that we weren't free. And that's why they didn't come out of Mitzrayim, the 4/5 of Klal Yisrael, because they had it gone good in Mitzrayim. Why should I go out to Mitzrayim and go to a country and have a war when I have everything I want here in Mitzrayim and I'm used to the climate already? Who even wants to go to Eretz Yisrael? Right? Over there. So that's why they died. And the Mention wanted that you're coming because of me. You're going to do ruchnis. You're going to serve me. Not because you're free, you're never. I mean, that's not why I freed you. Because you're never that Rachmanis on you. So and therefore, also the Seder of the Makis, in Parshas Vayera, there's 7 Makis. But there's 10 altogether. Why is being the last one? Because there only should have been 7. Because what he promised them is, he says, that will be that I'll have to harden his heart. Would he harden his heart? By Shchin. So he needed 6 to harden his heart. 7th he should have gone out. And that's what he says. What is he recognized by the 7th? Ani v'ami harishayim, and Shema Tzadik, Ani v'ami harishayim. So we should have gone out then. So how come he didn't? But he goofed. Now the last 3, you're getting punished just simply because I got to punish you. It has, it's not to make you let me go out. It's not for anything to that purpose. It's just simply you're going to get it in the head. And that's part of the thing there. And those last three are in both for that reason. Okay. So I believe that when there was a taka that took place, we became free properly by what do you call it? The third one. By kinim, we became free. That was where they couldn't say you. It's Etzpelakimhi, so they're ready. They recognize there's a bigger force. They recognize the bigger force, so they're ready. They started to listen. There's no more of it. But I don't have to let you out. I don't have to let you that there's no thing about you free for. Now, it also teaches us here, you have a bunch of extra psukim here. In the main show, I guess we'll go according to the psukim, okay. Then the Rebbein Shem tells him, I'm tzavi you to get the Yidden out of Mitzrayim. Right? What's different now than what he told him in Parshas Shmos? Told you that before, right? And before, no. You didn't understand before. What did you think is going to happen before? After he made, what do you call it? After this is Chumash Shiur. I'm sending it to Paro and you're taking the Jews out. So they thought, Moshe thought, I'm coming to Paro, let my people go. And Paro says, sure, Moshe, take them out. Right? But that didn't what happened. Right? That's why he complained at the end of Shmos. But by the time he sent me, it just got worse. It didn't get better. Right? So now the Rebbein Shem told him that, no, I want you to take them out. You're in charge. You're making the makis. You're doing the things. And they went, whatever he did, that's what happened. Okay. As it's saying the difference between kvad peh and aras fasayim. Before it said he's a kvad peh. So on that the Rebbein Shem is misam peh l'odom, whatever it is there, meaning I give you the physical qualities to be able to speak. Moshe Rabbeinu wasn't lisped because of the nest that happened by him when he was a little baby. He grabbed the crown of Pari, put it on his head or something like that. So Pari was not very friendly toward Moshe Rabbeinu. And the shayla was, he's only a kid, right? See something that's glittering. Okay, so they had in front of him jewels and hot coals. So Moshe Rabbeinu was reaching for the jewels. So Gabriel knocked his hand into the hot coals. And he picked up the coal and he touched his mouth with it. So he became a lisp for that. Now, why did he do that? Because Pari is watching which one of the two he's going to pick up. You pick up the jewels, then he knows what he's doing, this little kid here. And if he picks up the hot coals, it's because it glitters. So that's why he picked up the hot coals. So that's why he picked up the hot coals. So Malach made sure he picked up the hot coals. That's the medrash. Okay. So that's what happened to him. So the first one is, I'm physically not, I'm a balmum. So Ben Shem said, okay, I'll fix the balmum. I'm not a balmum anymore. Now he has another problem. Agas Fasayim, I don't know how to speak. Now what's the problem with Moshe Rabbeinu learning how to speak? The biggest problem I think we have now in Shidduchim is the old joke. That a kalb from the Weiten is better than a egen Ahren. That, when by the ego, who should they have ticked if the Moshe Rabbeinu would disappeared, whatever they thought might happen to Moshe, right? Should have taken Ahren. Right? He's the leader. The next leader is Ahren. Right? No, so what they do, they made a kalb. Kalb. Right? Why don't you take Ahren? Because Ahren I remember him when he used to jump on the chairs. Right? A little kid. Yeah, he can't be. No, can't be. I knew him too well. So you had a chesaron in Aaron. The chesaron don't exist, or you can get rid of the chesaron, and then he's perfect, right? Nah, I still remember the chesaron. So what do you go for? You go for a kalb from the Weiten, right? You call up Yeshiva X, and you say, oh, you have a good Talmud for me? Oh, I got a guy, I'm going over him for you. This and the guy's an Amorevitz Gomo, nothing to think there, what do you call there, because that kalb from the Weiten. But you don't know the difference. You take my reputation, at least the guy told me the reputation. I don't know the reputation. It's only what he told me, and I take it. It's a sugar now, right? But that's what the world does, right? I don't take the Eginah. Okay. Okay, so that's what he's doing. But with Moshe Rabbeinu, what he did, to avoid that problem, Moshe Rabbeinu was always a melech. From the time he's a little baby, he's brought up in this pari. So therefore, as far as they're concerned, they never saw him how he plays as a kid. And so he's a melech. And then he went to Kush and was taken melech for 40 years. So he says, I don't know how to say please. I've got to go to speak to Pharaoh, right? I got to beg him, let my people go, right? So I'm saying I'm not the guy who consent for him. I can't speak to a king. I am a king. I don't know how to speak to a king. Okay, well, let Aaron do the talking for you. Because that problem we have to solve. Okay, so that's that with him. And then the Torah goes into a bunch of Eidel Rashi B'nai Yisrael. There's many reasons for this. Obviously, none of them really measure up to the Parsha, the one that Rashi says. Rashi says, he started off to tell me Rashi B'nai Yisrael in order to tell me the yichus of Moshe and Aaron. So why you tell me the yichus of Moshe and Aaron? You could have told it to me all the way in the beginning of Shmos. He said, Vayelech Amram, Vayikach es Yecheda Dedosai, and he gave birth to Moshe. We know right away who they were, right? So why did he wait till now to tell me? There it says, Vayelech Ish Beis Levi, Vayikach es Bas Levi, and why don't you tell me who it is? Because the fact, and this is again, unzador, that you'll ask a parent, do you have a smart kid? Oh, I got a genius of a kid. He knows the shiur and he can sleep through the whole shiur, and he still knows it, right? So what are you bragging about? He's a lazy bum. He doesn't learn. That's what he's on a masmid. He has a good head. That's his thing. He didn't make the head. That Reuven gave. His job is to finish us in times he's 15. That's what he's got the good head for. Not to sit there and sleep through the shiur. So what is he there? So therefore, even that he saw Vayaki Toiv, and that's why I said, what did Toiv mean when Moshe was born? The house lit up and all that. Avadi's a good kid. But that's not something that we did. That's something the Beishu gave him. But now that he's Mashiach Hashem, you know why he's Mashiach Hashem? Because we raised him. And we made him into Mashiach Hashem. Now, I think I said last week, the only way you can make Mashiach Hashem is by working by the mother who claims that the reason she wants to stay home because she had the babysitter will be, even though she to work the whole time about the kid, but she doesn't love him. I love him. I want to stay home. You'll stay home. And what happens when you stay home? You have to take care of your family, your husband and the rest of the kids. They also make you president of the PTA and the Building Society and everything else. You're not working anyway, so why don't you do those things, right? So do you have any more time for your kid? Not at all. I have no time for your kid. I'm too busy doing other things, right? This is the one that's dedicated. On the other hand, if you're working for someone, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I'm Yeah. So she became working for Basia, right? And so if Amram says to her, darling, will you please make me lunch? And she'll say, sorry, I'm working. And then I can't give you lunch. You have to take it yourself. Okay, so that's what they did. So she, with the love of her mother, they deserted for 24, the commitment, 24 hours a day, plus her mother. Okay, then maybe you can have one Moshe. Only one Moshe was like that, so therefore you only have one Moshe. Okay. Anyway, so now there's Mashiach Hashem, so it goes into telling you all about about Pinchas. I don't know if let's talk about it here, just the point of mentioning it. You only find that he has one son, Aharon. I mean, what do you call it? Elazar has only one son, Pinchas. It's the only one that's brought down here, right? And then Elazar ben Aharon, is Petir, is Pinchas. That's it. Look at different Yomim, also on this Pinchas. Doesn't say who else. So he had the other kids. The other says that, of course he had other kids, okay, but it makes a lot of sense that he only had one kid. And that kid is the kahuna of Aryeh. You don't have any other kahuna except from Pinchas. But that Elazar only had, another Vaviyu had no children. So they're gone. Elazar had only Pinchas, so it's Pinchas. He has no other children. Yisama. So Yisama had the kahuna Gedolah, which makes also sense why Yisama became the Kohen Gadol after Elazar, because he had the Kedusha of Aharon. So he became Kohen Gadol, and his kids ruled until Rav Yosef. Until they were, but Rav Yosef was the last of Nevi Kohanim that Shalom killed out. So that was all the rest of Rav Yosef's mishpacha. But there's nothing left. So the only thing was left is Tzaddik. Tzaddik is, that's Pinchas' son. That's the Kedusha of Pinchas, not the Kedusha of Aharon. But why do you make the bracha of Aharon? Right? The Kohen make the bracha of Aharon, right? Because if Pinchas wasn't Aaron's son, or coming from Aharon, he wouldn't have gotten that matana. He would have gotten a different matana. The reason he got the matana is because he was from Aharon. So therefore, it's the midah of Aharon that's still in him, even though he wasn't a kohen, so he got his own kulah. That's the thing there. Okay. Then he went and told me, he said, I'm taking over, Aharon is going to be the guy. I don't know the difference we spoke about. So it's like in the Rashis, what's the difference in Nochash and a Sanin? You know, I guess you have the Russian, a reptile and a snake. I guess that would be the normal Taichin. A reptile, a snake is a reptile, but a reptile is not necessarily a snake. That's the name. So I think what the Saninim were the alligators, because they have no flesh. Whatever, what they have, alligators or crocodiles?
Crocodile.
Huh?
Crocodile.
Crocodile. They have crocodile. One is bigger than the other. It's the only thing. They both look the same, but one is bigger than the other. Okay. So they come to come to Pari, and he does this thing. Okay. Aharon is not impressed. My brother-in-law usually uses Medoshim terrifically because he's the Pari. That time he was an Amma big and Amma wide, whatever it is. And he was a small Pari, size one. That's so he used he made fun of him, he cackled, like that's the Russian Medrash shows him, cackled, made fun of them. You're bringing to Mitzrayim, you're bringing magicians. We got plenty of magicians in Mitzrayim, we don't need you. So he made the Saninim, they also made the Saninim. But what happened? His stick swallowed the sticks of them. וישלח אהרן ויקרא אותם פרל חכמים וישליכו איש מטה ויהיו סנינים ויבלע מטה אהרן את מטה. stick swallowed the sticks. So that, now he's a bigger magician. Like, it's okay, but it's magician, it's magic. I don't have to, and somehow you see over here, Rashi tells you the chilek of it, but here is the lahatehem is over here, right? Lahatehem. We'll see, by the dam and svadeya, it says lahatehem, not the hay. And the difference is, Rashi says, lahatehem is Maisik Shofim, that's magic. The other two is Maisik Shadim. That the Shadim transfer the things to you. In other words, so that's a more obvious thing. You're not inventing anything new, it's something that you transfer. Now what do you mean something new? I don't know what it means. Can you make anything new? I don't know if you can. So I can't answer what it means. It's either like you have magicians now. Most of it is not really magic, obviously. It looks like magic. It looks like something special, right? You have your thing there, but it's achiza seinayim. To get you to look over there, they do something over there, and therefore you're fooled and you think that they did something. So that's what Rambam holds. Achiza seinayim is a love. So if I come and I tell you I'm putting on a magic show for you, I'm Ever Alav. And all the guys that are watching it probably also going to be Ever something. So how did we hire a magician? When he made shows years ago, don't do them anymore. The Tatsis made shows. The Pirchis used to make shows. That was the way of renting some money. And they would hire magicians and stuff like that. Singers. So the idea is, that time we used the hotel, that the pshat is, if you say mefarish, it's not magic. These are tricks. Right? It looks like magic. So then it's mutter. If I claim it's magic, then even achiza seinayim is also a love that I'm going to. Because otherwise you have a big shayla. If a guy say, we just counted Africa. They're just picking the deepest part of Africa. They never saw any white men before, right? I'm going to come in there with my helicopter, right? They never saw a helicopter before, right? So now they think it's magic. So I have to worry because then they should go in and they think it's magic. That I'm either Nisa because you never saw it. That doesn't make sense. Obviously, there's no wisdom on my part for doing something that's normal, whatever it is. Why? Because to me it's not magic. No, I never claim it to be magic. It's not magic. It works normal. About the guy who doesn't understand it, never saw it. To him it looks like magic. So therefore, this is exactly when the Cortez conquered Mexico. So they came in on horses. So they never saw a horse before in Mexico. They thought the person on the horse who wanted to be here. They didn't see it deceptively, so they thought they were gods. It looked like a strange looking god there, and then they can travel so fast and they can run or whatever it is. So they heard that was why they were able to capture Mexico so fast. Okay, so then he threatens Pari, goes on to Pari. Pari pretended to be a god. Why? Because he gave him, Ya'akov gave him the kayach of controlling the Nile. That in other words, when it irrigates and stuff, so when it approached the Nile, the river met rose to meet him, and because of that it always irrigated at that time. So he used to go down to the bathroom, in the Nile. So he went down to the bathroom in the morning, when sure people were up and stuff like that, and he was able to keep up the yacht. Okay. And he threatens he was going to make it dumb. And he made it dumb. And the fish all died and everything else. And now, how much of the river did he actually make dumb? I really don't know. I I mean, don't forget the Nile is 4,000 miles long. So I don't think you need all 4,000 miles. I mean, what do you call it? Mitzrayim is just a little piece over there. So we're going to be, so probably just around Mitzrayim. Because obviously, but over here, it was done. And they couldn't drink water, and the Jews were selling it to them, whatever it is, but they were not threatened. Now, why was this a makkah? So, mashma, this makkah and Tzadea were two makkahs against the Nile. They considered the Nile a god, because what's God? God gives you life, right? What gives them life? The Nile. What's the god of Plishtim? Dagon, food. So because that's what gives me life. So therefore that's what God is. So therefore the Beishel made the first makkah, or the makkahs that are hickey gods first. You see, you got no protection from the gods. They can't even protect themselves. Can't protect you for sure not. So first thing, so therefore even though no one was threatened, the Mitzrayim lived through it, and that's why Pari was not really scared of the thing. It was not a big yoch, so a big deal, so it's inconvenient. But not that. Okay, then he went and he did Tzadea. Now Tzadea, again, is not a big headache, except for the part that they're very annoying. They're all over the place. It's very nice. When the kids come back with their kids to go down to the creek and they pick up a couple of frogs, right? And they're all going down there so threatened about the frog. He jumps over and this and that, and no one kicks him out, whatever it is there. But if you have them jumping all over your house, I don't think you'd be very happy with it. And that was the point that he left them there. That part they still left them. Okay. But then he wanted them out because they were annoying. But he told them also that I want you to give me a time. And here already, you see, even though it's annoying, but he had a chance to disprove the Moshe wrong. He says, I want it to Mocha. Why do you say right now? I want to get rid of it. No, I'm going to give you time tomorrow. Let's see if you can do that. Or maybe he's got some kind of trick where he's volunteering to get rid of him from them, because he got some way to get rid of him now. What about tomorrow? I don't know. Let's see what you can do tomorrow. So we're into the stuff for another 12 hours, whatever it is, you cross 3 feet. But that's what he did. Okay. And again, once they were gone, now we learned Mesiras Nefesh from the Tzadea, that pshat is because they jumped into the Tamar Secha, Tamaracha. So they get burnt up alive. Now, each frog made up its mind what it's going to do. Some just jumped in your bed, others jumped into the oven and stuff, and that always made your food no good and stuff like that, but they got killed that way. So you die for Dvar Hashem. But again, each thing is to teach Pari something, and the Bnei Yisrael, a keach l'Kadosh Baruch Hu. And so what did he say on them? He just told them that the Ikea that they knew Hashem, but he didn't tell them what it meant yet. Okay. But over here he told them, Vayimel Mocha, Vayimel Kabzik Dvarecha, Miman Teda Ke'en Kashem Elokeinu. That I want you to know that our God is bigger than your God. Ein Kashem Elokeinu. God is bigger. Okay. Now we see. And he got rid of it the next day. Okay. But, okay, it's no big deal. I can live with it. So, again, he's hardened his heart. The first 5 he hardens. Okay. Then Hashem on Moshe, I want you to go, that the third doesn't get warning, the sixth don't get warning, the ninth don't get warning. These three are without warning, and why every third one? You can learn pshat that you should have learned from the two. You didn't learn, so you automatically reserve a makir simply for being a stubborn guy. So they got the kinim. By kinim though, they couldn't reproduce it. That was the difference that they do. The Khartoum couldn't reproduce it. It says etzba lekim. Now once you bring in etzba lekim, now you bring in your new keach already. It's not magic anymore. No, it's magic. You told me now it's a rekus. A rekus, I'm scared. And that's probably why you freed them over here. Because it would make sense Rosh Hashanah time if you have those 10 makis in 10 months. So it should be the third makis should be around Rosh Hashanah. So it makes sense that thing over here. Okay, so he did that one. Again, it doesn't kill anybody. It's just very annoying. Okay. And then he thinks he scares him now with a different one. Why are you thinking? What did he say? The man Payda Kani Hashem B'Kerev Haaretz. That now I'm attacking you. I'm attacking the people that already started with Kinim, but I'm attacking them that you should understand that I control all the animals on the world. I can get them all to attack you, I can also get them to take away from you. And the thing is that you should understand that I'm the Ani Hashem B'Kerev Haaretz. That there's a special keach not only over humans but over animals too. Okay. And there's obviously a big pain in the neck, and he told them, I'd like you to go, what he called. Now, the funny part is, he doesn't ask him anymore to send us out over here. The fact that he says, I'll give you Shlishi, don't go through, stay careful, so don't give Shlishi, that's enough to get rid of the problem for him. In other words, you gave in. It's just a question. It's like a case of bargaining, like the shiur. When does it end the bargaining? So he took it by explanation of power. Okay, and he got everything. Okay. Then I came to Deva. Whatever Deva means, and the same thing that we have here with Ad Echad. First it says there was Yashem Yomus Kol Mikmenitzrayim, they call everything, right? And they saw Leimes Echad, not even one. Yishal Par V'hine Leimes Mikmen Yisrael Ad Echad. Okay, what does Ad Echad mean? In other words, like when he was the Ben HaMitzri, or like who's this? He's a Jew, but he's still a Mitzri, or whatever it is. I can't answer you, whatever they have the Madrashim here say. But that we see he had a kasha. There was enough of a kasha that made him not listen. Now by the Deva, it happened also, it was not all died. The ones that took them into the house didn't die. The ones that died, the ones that were further. So there's a difference in that also. So, okay. There was Sregä Echad. They took 1 minute, the whole thing. And again, here he threw then he told the sixth one. So he starts Shrim, right? And on Shrim, it says, Chazek Hashem Yisrael Power. Why? Because this is the first one to hit the Khartoumim. And the Khartoumim started, which till now they were protected, the Khartoumim. So he started to hit them, so now they lost their protection. So they felt more threatened than they did this, even though it's not death threatening, but it was painful or whatever it is there. So what do you call it? But there, this is where they chazak Hashem is like power. So there he didn't send them out for that, right? And this is where that would have happened. And now the next one should take us out. And that's where we get to the next one. Okay. What's he says over here? He says, I want you to tell them, now again, there's a different shot in here. You have some, it says, Ki b'pam hazeh sanu shalach es kol magifeisa u'bechel v'avadechel v'amecha. So Rashi seems to really talking about Makas B'cheres. Other inflation than inflation talking about Borod. And the reason that Borod had all these things about kol magifeisa in this thing, because he had all the contradictions. He had ice and he had fire and he had everything working together against the mitzvah. So you saw I have a case of chaos. Death they saw already from the devil that he has a chaos of death. And they say, no, they're not on humans, but that's a big kasha. And again, here all of a sudden, he told them, and this is the swear that came out that I guess that he's the king of Nineveh in the time of Yonah and stuff like that. Could be. I think the South is the Shai was washing out for such a Russian before war. When you can say that to Malchus here also, maybe as an effort before it wouldn't be so bad if you made him into why would he was a melech, it makes sense. Okay, whatever cash it is, you'll have the same thing. Because it's about the Kriyas Yamsuf, supposedly that he died in Kriyas Yamsuf. He didn't die in Kriyas Yamsuf, right? So what do we do in davening? Davening from the Shai she died. And there's also the Shai she died. There's no Nishama, not even one was left. That means Parois and that. Here again, it's Ad Echad. That's where you get the whole thing. So all of these things, what's pshat, I can't really answer you, but there's everything is a Torah for this and there's Torah for this. And these are Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim are made to understand the lesson. That the Benshim, I guess the lesson would be, the Benshim is like a Cheshbenis, then right or wrong. And there's like a Cheshbenis that got to be Shemayim and other things that somebody can get some midas out of it or something like that. Even though he doesn't deserve it. Okay, so the person is going to have both. Okay. And once he was sober, okay. And he tells him here, tells him Pharaoh should take him into the houses, of course, Now how big would a piece of borrowed? You see the pictures, they always show him the things there, the size of a brick, hit the guy what is in the head, something like that. I have no idea what it was. I don't know if you ever saw the actual hail. I'm sure we saw hail on the floor. But did you ever see Parshas while it's falling? I remember just one time of watching it. Like, it's hailing outside. Okay, it's hailing outside. I'm not going outside. I don't get bothered anymore. I was sitting in the car once and standing there and it started to hail. And you heard the hail hit the sidewalk, each one, not like a rock hitting it. Now those are the things that are hitting you out there, and they're about the size of a BB, so they can hurt pretty good, They don't have to kill you, but they can hurt pretty good. Okay, well this is enough to destroy the grass, not to destroy anything, and it says, he borrowed Veishus Lakachas B'Techa borrowed Nerefaya Noid. Okay. And Asoder, we have Mabehenu is Kaleit Vasoder. It's a borrowed, they call it Asoder Shiba, because they take all the trees. This is a thing there. And the guys never saw it, the next year for a week for Arbor. But we have here, I don't know, it hasn't been around the last 2 times. I don't know why, and it's called the seven-year locust. They came, if I remember the early years, I remember them, every 7 years when they came. And they made a big deal of it in the paper that there's a locust that they plant their seed, or their eggs, whatever you call it, in the ground around the trees and around the stuff. And they hatch every 7 years. So you get a new 7 years, they come out, and there's a buzz. I don't know if you see them so much, I don't remember seeing them, but there's a buzz, something like that, the whole thing, the wings are flying. And so you hear them all over, big noise, and there's no leaves on the trees. They eat up all the leaves. And there's no grass, no nothing that exists around here. Like every 7 years. And the last 40 years have been that. That's what I'm still saying. So I don't know what, but I can answer either they killed them or whatever they did. It's more than 40 years. And it was something that was, the guys that were here, I'm sure remember. Okay. So he said, "Vayikra b'nei Aharon vayem aleim chotosi hapam Hashem hatzadik v'ani v'ami Hashem." Now that's a very short. It's not a point anymore. Till now, a lot of the stubbornness is you think you're stronger than me, right? So you make me do something. So now that I release you, and now I'm stubborn again. I'm going to fight you back. But I came to that Korah, and Hashem hatzadik. He's right. Ani v'ami Hashem. So if you recognize that, what makes you go back? That's what I can't understand. But anyway, but that's what he did. Ani v'ami Hashem. Hatiru al Hashem. And that's what he did. Now the mentions, the Shiur types up the cases of tefillah. This is something to have to understand. Tefillah is not just something I pray. That'll happen. If the tefillah is niskabel, it happens immediately. So therefore, what happened? Vayitze Moshe min Parei Eliyah vayifres kapav Hashem vayachtelu hakolos va'aborot umoto v'mitach arzo. They didn't touch the ground. That means if there's a drop of rain, 1/millionth of an inch off the ground, it won't hit the ground. It will disappear. That's the thing. That's the keach of tefillah. The keach of tefillah is to such a degree to that. So on the other hand, we were talking about that to understand the keach of tefillah. It's a great thing. Always use it. But the stuff in the Chanam, I'm not knocking that part. But the second part is that there's a tremendous responsibility in the keach of tefillah. If the nation is going to give you what you want, you have to make sure it doesn't affect everything. Where do you see this? This goes back, the same Lashon. It says, Vayeta, what's this Lashon? Hatiru alai, right? That Lashon. Hatiru. In the beginning of Tobus, it says, Vayosalai. Yitzhak prayed for kids. Vayosalai. So the Shlomo Alkabaz says his gematria is Chamisha Shana. That's what it says. So it works out. The word Vayosalai is Chamisha Shana. You don't have no real waiting for the shin there. There you have a sof and a reish. Nice big letters here. What's Chamisha Shana? I don't remember if he says anything like this. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's my tale or his tale. It's only something I heard. I never saw it the other day. I don't know what the guy told me. I don't think he told it to me. That's what I'm saying. But I can't guarantee it. But Harav Reuven died 5 years before he should have died. I should have done it maybe. Why? Because the nation promised him that he would save the show, save the table. That means you won't see Esav go out with Talbot often, right? And Esav became 15 when that Talbot, which was a Meshach well, I mean, Avram was only 75, and that's where he died. If you wouldn't have pushed me, where would he have been born? He could have been born 5 years later. And then he would have lived 180 years and so yeah. So the fact that you pushed me to give you the kid now caused out for 4 years. So that's a point of tefillah. I think the guys, the young kids won't understand what I'm talking about, and also the old guys won't, but the real old guys may understand. If you ever read the monkey's paw, what kind of monkey's paw? What's that paw? Right? It was a poem or a story, if they think what it was. I didn't bother reading it, but the teacher told it to us. Was a monkey's paw, and you had 3 wishes on it, right? And the first thing the guy wished for, he think this part of it, I don't remember the rest of it sitting there. He wished that he should become rich. So what happened was his son gets killed in a tractor accident, and therefore the insurance company paid him money. Now he's rich. But now what do I need the money for if I have no kids? Right? So you gotta watch how you pray, how you wish. You can't just say, I wish for this, because wish for that, you can lose that. Or it comes through that. Or even in tefillah, you gotta say, I want this, but I don't want to lose this. So you gotta be very specific when you tefillah. That's the point. And that's really what happened over here. And this is the Chazik Esliboy, the Chazik Esliboy. He himself made the heart harder. Now you made the heart harder after realizing that you realize that you still made yourself hard. Now you're going to get makis, whatever. Now you deserve to get hit. That's part of the punishment. And that's the list of the makis. Have a good Shabbos, everybody. And,